Joe, let him know. Hard gas tales, keep it real, let it show. From the school halls to the world's hustle and bustle. Tune in weekly, gotta stay in the shuffle.
Hey, Joe, what's going on?
Hello, Jesse. What's going on with you?
Oh, man. I just got all the heavy truths here. What do you got?
No, it's heavy thoughts.
Oh, I thought I had the heavy truths.
No, I got the skinny truths.
Oh, I'm looking right at your shirt. It says heavy thoughts. Oh,
Yeah.
duh. I'm okay. I kind of like, heavy thoughts. Yeah, that makes and skinny truths. Man, I'm looking right at the shirt. I can't even read it right.
Well, you have your reading glasses
I
on.
know, exactly the ones that make everything bigger, are 3 foot in front of me. Speaking of heavy truths and heavy thoughts and skinny truths, man, what about that Taco Tuesday last night?
Oh, God. It was muy bueno.
Oh, my God. It was perfect.
It was delicious.
It was perfect. I had me 5 tacos. and
Cinco
some rice.
tacos, por favor.
Cinco tacos.
Señoritas.
And we got Cinco de Mayo coming up, too. Got to think about
Oh,
that.
that's right. We could probably throw down.
We can throw it's Joe's house party, Cinco Mayo.
Yeah.
Boop, boop.
We'll drink some Dos Equis,
Yeah.
which I like to call 2 X's.
Yeah.
I just,
Dos Equis.
when my neighbor
Yeah.
asked me if I wanted Dos Equis, I say, no, I just want the 2 X's.
Well, Taco Tuesday, win. I recommend it, everybody out there.
Yep, 2 thumbs
Mas
up.
Fajitas, if you live in Temple, Mas Fajitas on Tuesday, 99 cents.
Well, we don't want
tacos.
everyone to go. It's going to be crowded.
All you can eat tacos, just
99 cents
they're
a piece.
each 99 cents. Heck, Aiden got 6 tacos.
Yeah.
And he ate those before we ate one.
I
How
know.
the heck did he do that?
He's a growing boy.
Oh, my God. I looked over there. I hadn't even finished my first one there. His 6 were gone.
No, he had 5.5 gone, and you could tell he started slowing down. He started looking
Oh,
full.
my God.
He's looking woozy.
Yeah, Riley only ate 2.
No, he ate.
He took one home, didn't he? I think he
Yeah,
took one.
he took one home. Yeah.
Yeah.
But
we
see,
all-
that's
yeah.
eating. That's eating early for Riley.
Yeah,
We're not used to eating
true
that
that.
early.
Well, that's early, but we got to get there early.
Yeah.
That place is getting packed by the time we leave.
Yeah, 99 cents.
99
you buy a
cents.
drink
Yeah. $3
for a
drink.
normal price. Yeah.
$3 drink, 99
But
cents.
we get
tacos.
extra stuff. We got sopapillas.
Yeah,
we got rice and beans and
I got
some
rice,
other stuff.
Yeah, but still, it's pretty good.
Muy bueno.
Muy bueno. Yeah, we got Cinco de Mayo coming up, Joe. What do you think about what we're going to do?
We could have like a taco burrito bar.
Taco burrito bar. Okay.
You know, buffet style. Like
Yeah,
just
yeah,
pick
yeah,
all the
yeah.
fixings.
Yeah.
Yours would be easy.
Yeah, I could do the taco meat. You do the shredded chicken.
Yeah.
How about that?
Yeah. That sounds good.
Yeah. Let's
We
do
could
that.
yours would just be tortillas,
Yeah.
meat.
Yeah. Yeah, that's all I'm gonna eat. My burrito will be meat.
Yeah.
Meat burrito. Yeah. Taco Bell used to have one. They used to have a meat and potato one.
Oh yeah, that was good.
That was good. Yeah. Yeah.
They got rid of it?
Yeah, I don't think they have it anymore. I've never seen it on the menu. Maybe it's on the secret menu or something, but
Yeah,
it's
maybe
not on
you
their
gotta
main
order
menu
it.
anymore. So I don't see it anymore. But yeah, it was just plain. That was what was so good about it.
Yeah, I like that one.
Yeah, me too.
I get a bunch of random stuff, but to be honest with you, Taco Bell, it's all the same stuff.
Yeah, it is.
You know,
They
there's
got
meat.
chicken nuggets.
Do they?
Yeah, I drove by the one today. Says chicken nuggets. But you know who owns it, right? Same people that own Kentucky Fried Chicken.
Oh.
I
So they got a pretty good nugget
I've
recipe.
been in one before. That was a Taco Bell on one side, and then right next, like a little over, was a Kentucky Fried Chicken.
Yeah, I've been there too.
I imagine the nuggets come from Kentucky Fried. So
Yeah, I imagine their
that's pretty interesting.
chicken department's pretty
Taco Bell selling chicken
good.
nuggets.
Didn't they used to have like chicken fries or something or that somewhere
that's
else?
no, that's Burger King.
Burger King, yes.
Yeah, those
It's been a long time since
those
I've
had a
been
lot
there.
of flavor, and they gave people a lot of heartburn. They were they had like a twang, like a real spicy. They were not spicy, but they had something in them. They gave people heartburn.
Do they not have them anymore?
I don't know. I think they still have them. I don't frequent it there very often.
Me neither.
But you know, if we got real chinchy, we could eat everywhere pretty cheap. For the Whataburger has like Whataburger Wednesdays, and you get a Whataburger fry and a drink for $5.
Really?
Yeah.
Is it like a small one? Will it fill
No,
you
it's
up
a
for
regular
$5?
Whopper.
I mean,
A Whopper, small fry, and a small drink for $5.
a Whopper. Is that a Burger King or Whataburger?
Burger King.
You said Whataburger had that.
Oh, my bad. Burger King
Okay.
has a Whopper, small fry, small drink, or whatever size regular drink for $5 on Wednesdays. $5 meal deal.
And the barbecue joint has
On
Potato Monday.
Yeah, you get a potato fully loaded with a quarter pound of beef on it.
Yeah, brisket.
Yeah.
Or you get your choice. You get
It's
brisket
your
or
choice.
pork or something.
Yeah.
Okay.
So that's Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday. We're going to have to look up Thursday, Fridays.
Yeah, find out a deal somewhere.
Yeah. Dude, we could eat. Man, if we were single guys, we could save some money.
We could save even more money if we go to the grocery store and just make food.
True that. True that. Sometimes it's just more convenient just to go out to eat, though.
Oh, it's way more convenient.
That's just the problem.
They make it too convenient.
Yeah.
Now there's DoorDash and
Yeah.
Uber Eats.
I mean, you could eat that cheap, and you can still go to get you a dilly bar at Dairy Queen
Dilly
or a
bar.
Buster bar.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I like the peanut butter parfait. You know what? I got that a couple days ago.
You did?
Yeah.
Yeah.
First time in a long
On 31st
time.
Street?
Yeah.
You went over there?
Yeah.
Cool.
But
Yeah.
at the bottom, I said, "Oh, this is going to be the good part, the hot fudge and the peanuts."
Yeah.
I take a bite. It was so salty.
Really?
And I
Must have been the bottom of the peanuts that had all
yeah,
the salt.
exactly.
Yeah.
But I got those peanuts out the way. Now it's just fudge time,
oh,
right?
yeah.
I get a little bit of melted ice
Salty
cream down
fudge.
there. That fudge, super salty. Like
Yeah.
look, the
But
person
none of
had
it tastes
dumped.
good? You don't
N-
think?
Oh God, I couldn't do it.
You couldn't do it?
It was so
Sometimes
salty.
you would think sweet and the salt kind of go together.
I would think, but it was
I like
not
eating
like that.
potato chips at a Hershey bar.
I do too.
Yeah. Goes good together.
I used to have this snack bar when I was in the Air Force, and we used to go and you put money in the thing,
Yeah.
and then you get to. It was just on the honor
Right,
system. It was
right.
like a coffee can.
Yeah.
I used to get the Swiss rolls
Yeah.
and Lay's potato chips, and just eat one bite and one
Yeah.
bite, one bite.
That's
one
what I
bite.
do with the Hershey bar and the potato chips.
Swiss rolls.
Yeah. It's pretty good. Yeah. Man. And I was tired, dude, when I got home last night. I didn't even turn the TV on. I sat in the
Those
chair.
tacos wore you out
I thought maybe those chicken tacos were turkey tacos.
because it made you sleepy.
Yeah. Because, I mean, dude, I grabbed the remote and I went, nah, I think I'm just going to go lay down. And I don't lay down very often like that. Like, it was before 8 o'clock and I was asleep.
Dang, you got some good sleep.
I slept 10 hours last night.
Oh my! I have not seen 10 hours.
10
sleep in
hours
I don't
during
know
a
how long.
week night. That is not unheard of.
Your body was catching up.
Evidently.
Yeah,
It felt good, though.
I would imagine. I haven't slept like that in a
I
long
had
time.
missed calls, missed texts, all kind of things.
I got to bed early also. I woke up at since I went to bed so early, I woke up at 1, I think it said 1:19. I did go back to sleep a little bit. I put it on a documentary
Yeah.
like I normally do. Let's see. I can't remember what the I've been watching the true life story of Marco Polo. I put that on a couple times.
Marco.
Polo.
Oh.
So, anyways, I like that story. It's interesting enough to pay attention to. So
Yeah.
I'm not thinking about a bunch of million things,
Yeah.
and I can go to sleep to it. And the Silk Road, that has to do with the Silk Road too. But there's other documentaries that are just about the Silk Road.
Yeah, that guy's interesting.
Marco Polo.
Yeah, very interesting.
Yeah. He was a storyteller, and
Yeah.
now historians are not sure
If it's real or not.
if any of his story
so
is
he's
real.
right, yeah.
He could have just been full of it.
Marco.
Polo. All right, let's look at here. So last night, when I went to bed, I put it on a cooking show,
Okay.
and that was pretty good. It was a pasta dish. I think I might make a chicken pasta dish. Anyway, that's neither here nor there.
Yeah.
But after I went to sleep, I cut the TV off in like a half hour, right? I
Yeah.
just put the timer on.
Yeah.
And
That's
then,
smart.
yeah. But since when I wake up at 1:19 in the morning, I don't want to turn the TV back on,
Yeah.
so I just put it on my phone. So when the
Yeah.
TV don't come back
Makes
on,
sense.
and I just put it on the YouTubes.
Yeah.
One time I tucked my phone underneath my pillow,
Yeah.
So I could listen to it directly under there, and I don't have to turn the volume
Yeah,
up
kind of
to,
like the
to
one
wake up Wendy.
Kind of like the one eyeglass.
Yeah.
Yeah.
My phone, it was like 115 degrees.
Oh wow.
I'm telling you, it was hot. Like if I would have
Yeah,
held
yeah,
on to
yeah,
it,
yeah.
it would have burnt my hand, I think.
Oh wow.
I was like, I'm going to start a fire right under my
your
head.
bed? Yeah. Yeah.
Right under my ear. How
Yeah.
stupid would that be, you know?
Yeah.
Explaining to the
Yeah,
to the EMS what happened.
I woke up at 3:30, looked at the clock, and went, "Dang, I still got some time." Rolled right back over, and didn't wake up till 5:45. So I slept from 7:45 to 5:45,
Oh my god.
and
that's
woke up one time just to just to roll over, and go right back to sleep again. Yeah, and I had 2 missed calls from my uncle, and I got worried. Like he called me like at 9:45, 9:48, and I'm like, dang, why are he calling me so late and calling me twice? Kev Roper died last night. World champion multiple times, probably the greatest Kev Roper ever. Like I want to say that my cousin Cody is probably top. He's
3?
probably I want to say he's probably the best. He's probably the best.
right
But
now.
Roy Cooper is who everybody emulated. He was the guy that just started things, and people started doing what he did, and made the Kev Open different than what it is today. It's what it is today
Yeah.
because of Roy
And
Cooper.
that's the fellow who passed away.
Yeah, burned up at his house last night.
What? Was he old?
He was no heck no. He looked old. I mean, do I look old?
No.
I'm 60, going to be 60. He was 69. To me, that ain't
No,
old.
that's not old.
I mean, he looked old. Joe, he he partied hard.
Oh, well.
He partied like a rock star.
He probably had a good life
He
then.
actually partied like a rock star, and
Probably
very
had-
good friends with George Strait.
I bet they played
Yeah.
played hard.
Yeah, and so maybe he looked a little rough. But my cousin Cody, guy, the 6-time world champion, Kev Roper, Cody O, he had been getting texts from him, and they were kind of strange. Like, Roy Cooper's son right now, I think, is winning the world in the Kev Open. He won Houston, got that big jump, like 50,000, whatever they paid Houston. So I think he might be winning the world. And he goes and help my cousin helps him a little bit with some stuff. He goes and ropes with him and helps him. And he told him he was getting texts like, "Well, make my son another world champion," because he Tuff's also he's been a world champion, and so he's like, "Make him another world champion," like.
Mhm.
And so it was kind of weird. So he texted. He said he called Tuff, and Cody called Tuff. My Uncle Richard said, and it's like, "Hey, maybe you need to call your dad or go see him," And he's like, "Oh, that's just Roy being Roy," kind of blew it off. But sure enough, the house burnt with him in it. Kind of weird. One person in the house.
Was he not
We don't know.
having good thoughts?
We don't know.
Hmm.
We don't know. Anyway. So, like I said, man, he was. They called him Roy Cooper, the Super Looper. He was bad A.
Hmm.
Man, I mean, he was bad.
Man, that's too bad.
Yeah. So anyway, I was worried. I thought maybe something happened to my family when I saw 2 missing phone,
Yeah.
2 missed phone calls. But it was part of the rodeo family, So sorry to hear about Roy Cooper.
Yeah, so the video I put on last night was about Albert Einstein,
Yeah.
Oppenheimer, and Tesla. Like 3 guys that kind of
Yeah.
changed
You
up
like to listen kind of stuff
science
that's
work.
a little boring too, right? To kind of help you go to sleep.
It
Not
has to
that
be,
it's boring.
it has to be something that I don't want to stay up and watch the end of.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying.
to find. So if it's a movie,
Yeah.
I'll want to find out what happens at the
yeah.
end. But I already know all this, information, kind of. But it's interesting to hear about different. Here's another one I watched: the history of bread. How bread built civilizations. So it talks about like the first people to cultivate grains
Yeah.
and kind of mash them up, mix them with water,
Yeah.
and then put them next
Well,
to a fire.
your one of your inclusion people, she has some starter. She said she started back around COVID time.
Oh yeah, she makes her own bread.
Yeah. She was talking about it the other day during star testing, And I said, well, Mr. Joe, he likes to make him some bread. And she goes, yeah, I know.
Not sourdough though.
Yeah, I know. That's why I know that. I know you. Yeah,
That's an undertaking. You gotta
Joe.
do it.
During COVID, we tried to start. We got some starter from a lady.
How'd it go?
Oh my God, Joe, the house smelled like death.
What?
Yeah, it didn't live. The starter died.
You killed it?
Yeah, Joe, it was terrible. It was terrible. Came home one day, like we were gone for a few days. Like it was in the house, right? And we were gone maybe
Like
for
a
day.
mason jar?
Yeah, it was in a big jar with it had like a cloth on top of it with a rubber band, like a paper towel or something over
Yeah,
it.
yeah.
And dude, I'm gonna tell you right now, it smelled like the house. Somebody died in there. Like we had 10 dead rats in there or something.
Oh.
That stuff died. And so I think she tried again, still again, and just
Didn't work out.
Just we're just not parents to starter for bread making.
Oh.
But that lady she would get that starter from, oh my God, she would make some awesome looking. She posts it all the time. All the bread.
The starter
she makes.
after you initially got it, did you take it out and make bread with it at least one time?
No.
You just put it on the counter and let it die?
Well, we put it in the counter and then you do some things to it every day. Like
Yeah, you got to add water and flour
add
and stuff
water,
to
you
it.
do things or whatever. But no, we killed it.
Huh. You need to feed it.
Yeah. Hey, speaking of star tests, how'd that go this week?
I
for
think
you?
it went pretty good.
Yeah, I think so. My
There's
kids were good.
There was a couple of students at the school that did stuff they probably shouldn't have, but
Yeah.
I mean, overall, it's over,
Some-
and that was the last star.
Some kids are just morons.
And for those who aren't in Texas, that's our statewide
yeah.
test that everyone has to take.
Yeah.
And in math, all 3 grades take it,
Yeah.
but there's some that only 8th graders take.
My kids did good. They didn't get in trouble. They stayed in class, did their test, and
Yeah, it was
was
on
good.
math. So my 8th grader did, Riley, he did algebra.
yeah.
And I asked his teacher how he did, which I'm friends with him, and he's like, "Oh, he did good, man. He looked like he concentrated, like worked." Some kids want to breeze through it and
Yeah.
just click. And
Shit, we
some
got some of
kids-
them done in like 15, 20 minutes. They're done.
some kids take forever because they just sitting there.
Yeah, or some of them sleep. Some of them just go to sleep and then get up and then go back to sleep. Some of them don't even finish it.
But the one kid who's left, the rest of the class is waiting,
Like go to lunch.
and they looking at one kid. The whole class of
It was
25
1:00
people
before
looking.
one group got to go to lunch.
Well, that was a teacher who had the kids who showed up late. Like they
okay.
didn't get there till a lot
Oh,
of
okay,
classes were
okay,
almost
okay.
done.
Okay, they were sending them to her.
Yeah.
Oh, okay. I didn't hear that on the radio or something. Maybe I missed that.
Well, that's what I
Yeah.
kind of
Speaking
gathered.
of lunch, I got my kid that I got in my room. He's
He's there full time.
full time.
Yeah, yeah.
He's I guess self-contained right now
Yeah.
until school's out.
Which is only 15
I
days.
forgot to go get him a lunch today.
What'd he say?
About 2:30, 2:45, he comes out of the room that I have him in. I have him in that little room
Yeah,
next
yeah.
to my office. And he comes out, he goes, "Mr. Jesse, I'm hungry." And I'm like,
I bet you
that's
are.
a little late. I'm looking at my watch. I don't think we can get lunch no more. So let's look in the snack cabinet. And so I gave him some ramen noodles, mac and cheese, some Doritos, and a Jello cup
That
with
sounds
fruit
pretty
in
good.
it. With fruit in it, mandarin oil,
Yeah.
mandarin orange Jello cup.
Yeah.
Yeah. So yeah, he had a meal.
Yeah, it's something to get in his
Yeah.
belly.
Yeah. Yeah. I need to text his parents and tell him.
Yeah.
I should have done it already. I forgot about it until I was now. Now that I'm thinking about it, I should have texted his parents. In fact, while we're doing this, I might text him right now.
That's probably a good idea.
Yeah. Yeah.
We got a lot of stuff going on in the world right now.
Well, go on with it while I do this.
We have in Washington, D.C., Trump's just had his 100 days in office, and he's touting a bunch of folks that have broken the law, Jesse.
Really?
And they were in the country illegally. And they broke another law. Like getting in the country illegally is one law that they broke,
Yeah.
but they broke like another law, right?
Really?
So, yeah, so he was showing that those folks that he kicked them out.
Yeah.
And then today, he had a ton of CEOs and presidents of companies that have vowed to invest in U.S. companies or U.S. manufacturing. He was just going down the list. He would say a name of a CEO or president of a company. He would thank them, and he would say how much that company is investing. Some of them were in the millions, some were in the hundreds of millions, some were up to 50 billion.
Really?
Investing in like a new manufacturing company for like car parts or microchips,
Yeah, that's cool.
or whatever it was.
Yeah.
And he said that he had one of his cabinet members there, like Secretary of Energy. Then they're going to fast track, or no, maybe it was EPA. They're going to fast track getting stuff approved for these big companies that we're going to need they're going to draw on the electric grid.
Yeah.
He said he wants to get that approved where they can create their own electricity.
Yeah.
And if they create more than they use, they send it back to the grid. So not only will it not be a drain on the grid, it's going to help out.
Oh,
They make all their own and extra.
Really?
Yeah, and
That's
normally that would take, decades to get approved,
Wow.
right? Like going through all this application and you got to do all this stuff. So he's going to make it so they do it and they get these engineers to draw up the plans and get it fast-tracked.
That's awesome. When I drove,
I think so, because that is a concern. I
You
mean,
know-
you're going to build a building that's,
Yeah.
a couple 100,000 square feet, and it's going to take a ton of
Yeah.
electricity. Like, you don't want that in your backyard if that's putting a drain on your electricity.
True.
That's just going to drive up prices, and
True.
you have brownouts or blackouts and all this stuff like
Yeah.
California has.
Yeah.
But if you have it self-contained where they build their own electric, maybe like
Yeah.
solar panels or
Yeah.
whatever the case,
Yeah.
it's probably not going to be all solar, but
Even though I forgot to get a lunch for my kid, myself, I drove and ate some lunch. but anyway,
what'd you get today?
Smoky Moe's.
Oh, did you get
I
Like
just got
brisket and
I just
sausage?
got a quarter pound of brisket, quarter pound of sausage. Yeah, but
was it delicious?
very delicious.
I had a ham sandwich, ham and cheese, lettuce sandwich.
Yeah, that's
and
when I
some
was feeling
chips.
bad. That's when I was feeling bad, and I thought maybe I needed something to eat. Not I was just wasn't gonna eat. I was just gonna eat popcorn, and I thought that'd be enough. But evidently,
Your blood sugar was probably getting low.
maybe that's
You're
what
like,
it was.
"Man,
Maybe
I need something
don't
to
know.
eat."
But I forgot. I just texted his dad. He's like, "Oh, I forgot to pack him a sack lunch because he was going to bring him a sack lunch, and they forgot about it too." So we all forgot about his lunch because,
I'm sure the kid doesn't think it's that big of a deal.
I'm sure he not. I mean,
He seems pretty laid back.
well, he could go without a meal or two anyway, so it ain't gonna hurt him. Kind of like myself. I don't know. Anyway, when I was driving, the point was when I was driving, there was a press conference, and all the cabinet members were talking. Trump talked, and then every cabinet member spoke live.
Oh, I wish I would have saw that.
Rubio, the energy guy. I mean, all of them were talking. I heard Rubio and the energy guy when I was driving, and Rubio was talking about saving money, about all the office space, and how there's like in the State Department, how there was like people working that didn't even know that's who they were working for, and stuff like that. Like yeah, I don't know. It was all screwed up. So and then he said there's a department, there's a company that's doing work that's not even charging us or something. He made a joke. It was funny or something. We don't even have to pay him anything. And it goes by the name of Doge. So everybody laughed or something, but it was kind of funny, But
Secretary Wright
Secretary Wright,
Yeah.
he can't be wrong.
with the W.
Oh, well, still wrong. Still not right. Still wrong. Well,
No, not
whatever.
wrong. Right.
Yeah, right. My bad. Speaking of wrong, did I ever tell you about that time we went the wrong direction?
Nope.
Man, we was rodeoing. We was tired. We've been driving like, I don't know, 17 hours. I don't know. It was something like that. We were all tired. But we had one guy that never drove. We never let him drive because he just was the worst driver ever. And like there was 5 of us in the truck, and he didn't drive a lick.
Did he have a license?
Oh, yeah, license, but he would just run off the road. Like we would be barely getting to sleep, he just run off the road.
He did that on purpose, so,
Yeah, so
you guys wouldn't make him drive.
He acted like he was sleepy and stuff. Anyway, he always had all these. He always tried these tricks to try to get not drive. We just didn't let him drive. But this time we were all tired. We've been driving, none of us, and so we said, "Man, you got to drive." I said, "Look, we're just going straight down this highway here for the next 4 hours. We get to such and such highway, get off, take a left, and the town is like 3-4 hours away." And so we all go to sleep. We passed out. We're all sleeping, leaning on each other, just wherever in the truck. We're just sleeping. Man, we wake up. We think we've been asleep a while. We think, man, we got to be there already,
Yeah.
or close to it. And we wake up. We're looking around, and we look. We pass a dang sign on the road, and we're still on the same road we were on. And we're like, hey, pull over. Where are we at? And we got up to another sign, and it said such and such, and we're like, we got the map. This is back when you had to look at a map.
No GPS.
No GPS, no phones. It was maps.
Yeah.
They pulled up the map, and we're like, what the hell? We were like 4 hours past where we were supposed to turn, and still had to drive 3 or 4 hours the other direction to go to the rodeo. And we were early.
Oh my goodness.
We were going to get there early and get the rest.
So you had to backtrack 4 hours.
Backtrack 4 hours.
Then make your turn.
Then drive like 3.5, whatever it was,
Yeah.
more hours. And so instead of us getting to the rodeo, say like 1 o'clock in the afternoon, we didn't get there till like 8 o'clock when the rodeo started. So we had to hurry up, saddle our horses.
Oh my goodness.
Yeah. And had to go somewhere else that night. Had to leave. Oh, yeah.
That reminds me of the Dumb and Dumber movie
World's worst driver.
where he lets him drive and he goes the wrong way.
Yeah.
And he's like,
I
you drove a
remember.
third of the way in the wrong direction.
A third of the way. Yeah.
Because he thought that there were supposed to be mountains.
Yeah.
And he's like, what? There's no mountains. This is flat.
Yeah.
Because they were headed towards Aspen, right?
Yep.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Was that movie out at that time? You could.
Oh, yeah.
Did you all yell?
It'd been out, but
Did
we
y'all
were-
yell at
no,
that guy?
we
You
were
went
just-
a third of the way in the
No.
wrong direction.
We were
Actually, you
just-
went more than that.
We were just pissed.
I would imagine.
We were just pissed.
Yeah.
We weren't even thinking about. We weren't even trying to think funny references. We were mad. But
Did he?
anyway.
Did he get fired from driving?
Yeah,
after
for
that?
a little bit. I mean, sometimes we were desperate. He had to drive, but somebody stayed awake with him.
Yeah.
I mean,
Oh my goodness.
my uncle tells a funny story all the time about me driving. I was like 18, and me and him went to Pecos, Texas, to the rodeo during the 4th of July.
Pecos?
Pecos, Texas.
Where's that at?
It's in West Texas. It's the oldest rodeo. It's the oldest rodeo. They claim to be the oldest rodeo.
In Texas or like the world?
No, the world. The world.
Hmm.
I think Prescott, Arizona, they fight over it, I think, or something.
They
but
both claim to be
They
the
both
oldest.
claim
Yeah.
to be, and so, or continuous rodeo, or however it works. But we were in Pecos. I think I was like 18, and it's a funny story. He did an event called steer roping, where you jerk the steer down and you tie him down, and then he entered the team rope with me, and I think I was on my permit, I think, and
So not pro yet.
yeah,
But
I
almost.
still was on a permit. I had to fill it, and I think I had already filled it, but I hadn't bought my card yet, I think. And anyway, we won the go round in the team roping, and won a pretty good chunk of change. And we were staying at the Motel 6, and the Holiday Inn was across the street with a bar. And my uncle says, "Hey, let's go to the," I think drinking age was 18. "Hey, let's go to the Holiday Inn. We won't have far to go to the bar. We don't have to walk across the street, yada, yada, yada. And the air, it's probably better over there. It's nicer. We can eat there and everything. So, all right, whatever. We had money in our pockets,
Yeah.
So we go over there. Oh, my God, Joe. The rooms were so hot. It was like 102 there. It was summer. The rooms could not cool off at the Holiday Inn. I'm talking about you were wringing wet, sweating in your room.
Oh, you didn't just walk across the street to go there. You were going to stay in those rooms.
Yeah, we swapped
Oh, okay.
motels
Yeah.
because, Motel 6, the Holiday Inn room,
Yeah,
dude,
yeah.
a lot better, right? You think. Not when they don't have air conditioning.
So did you get your money back?
No, Joe. No, we
You just sweated it out?
went to Walmart and bought fans.
So much for that money that
We
you
would
won.
get up in the morning and we would go to the taco hut in town. We'd eat breakfast there and we'd sit there and bullshit the ladies there. The ladies there till lunchtime. And I said bullshit, Joe. I didn't say the word. We would bullshit the ladies there till lunchtime, and then probably about 2 o'clock we would leave the taco hut. We'd stay there all day because that air conditioning is free. The Rome motel, so we'd go back to the motel.
Did they say what was the matter?
They just couldn't cool it. The rooms couldn't cool off. Air conditioning wasn't good enough.
How
And,
hot was it outside?
102, straight up 102.
And how was it cooler in the room?
No. You would sweat in the room,
Oh,
Joe.
my
No
God.
air. I mean, it was hot. The fans helped. You would take a shower and just go lay naked on top of the bed. I mean, it was hot. You'd be sweating.
Oh,
You'd
my
take
God.
a cold shower, you would come out sweating
Oh, no
in a
way.
cold shower.
Why don't
So-
you go back to the Motel 6?
Oh, we tried. Everybody from the Holiday Inn, while we were moving to the Holiday Inn, we're moving to the Motel 6.
Oh, no.
So they were closed up, no more rooms. So we were stuck there. And we roped like on a Tuesday or Wednesday. And since we wandered around, it was a 1 in the short or 2 in the short. I can't remember what it was. We had to wait. We were up again Saturday there. And we weren't entered anywhere else but Pecos. And so we had to stay there all the way till Saturday.
Oh, no. Did you win again at least?
No, we didn't win no more, but it was worth it. But anyway, I got away from the story. I was driving story.
Oh.
So we get done Saturday night, and we're ready to get home. And so I said, dude, I'm ready to drive. I got this. I'll drive, I get in the truck and I start driving, and I don't know what's coming over me. Maybe somebody slipped me something. I don't know. I'm driving, and I tell my uncle, he's trying to go to sleep in the back seat. And I said, Uncle Richard, you ever seen so many jackrabbits? And he gets up, no, Junior, I ain't never seen so many jackrabbits. Uncle Richard, you ever seen pink elephants? And he's like, pink elephant? Yeah, I said, I just saw pink elephant. My uncle says, Junior, pull the truck over. I'll drive. So he drove all the way home from Vegas, Texas.
Was there a pink elephant?
I don't remember, but I said there was. Maybe I was hallucinating. I don't know. Maybe somebody slipped me some
There
drugs.
used to be a store that had a big pink elephant in the
Yeah.
parking lot of their places.
He tells everybody that story every time we go somewhere.
Well, it's pretty funny. Like, you should not be seeing pink elephants.
Yeah, I kept saying other things. You ever seen this? And I said, dang, you ever seen a pink elephant? And I was like, and he's like, what? And I'm like, he says, pull over. I'll drive. So anyway, he drove all the way home. He stopped and ate, didn't wake me up. Gets back in the truck. He's got this McDonald's meal with him. And I'm like, did you get me something? He goes, nope, he was asleep. He was mad. He didn't even wake me up to get something to eat.
Because he had to drive and he was about to take
and
a
I
nap.
was asleep. He wasn't going to wake me up.
Yeah.
He went into McDonald's, got him some food, and came into the truck with the food and ate his food while he was driving. And I just sat there awake watching him because I was rested. But he drove us all the way home, so that's all that matters. But I
Did
didn't
you
do it
get-
on purpose.
Did you get something to eat on the way?
No, we
Not
drove
through
all
the-
the way home.
You didn't get the drive-through?
No, we drove all the way home. We had a horse trailer. You can't get a horse trailer drive-through. But,
Well, you could
but yeah,
once you
anyway.
run in.
That's my story, being a bad driver. I don't know what happened. I think somebody slipped me a pill or something. And
No,
I think I was hallucinating.
you can just get, what do they call it when you just,
I hadn't drove it like 30 minutes, Joe.
oh.
45 minutes at the most. I hadn't even got to Fort Stockton
I don't-
yet.
maybe you're just tired.
You go from Pecos straight down to Fort Stockton, then you get on the interstate. I didn't even make it to Fort Stockton.
Maybe you just were tired.
I don't know. I could have been tired. I rested all week.
Oh.
Yeah.
I don't know.
Well, then
Well,
being
you hear
sweating.
that thunder and
Yeah, it's thunder and lightning out there. I thought we were gonna miss it, but it looked like we might
Most of it's going to our north. So Waco and
Yeah,
stuff just
Yeah.
at our north
I
is
think
getting it.
we're getting it. How long is it gonna last?
Not long.
Not long.
No, but it's a pretty decent sized storm though.
I got a dog at home that hates thunder. Hopefully, Daphne drugged her up a little bit.
You have some anti-anxiety medicine for the
yeah,
dog.
yeah.
Yeah, it's a good sized storm.
Yeah.
It's probably going to take maybe an hour or so.
Okay, that ain't too bad.
Well, it's some bad storms up north though.
Yeah.
Yep. Waco, it already went through Dallas and Fort Worth. It's from here to Tyler.
Yeah,
So it's
coming down pretty
at
hard.
that angle. You know what I mean?
It's coming down pretty hard. But most
Texarkana's getting another
everything's
hit.
above us.
It's way up north too. It's
we
all the
got
way up through Missouri.
Got some of them thunder boomers going on out there.
Well, we need the rain,
Yeah, we do need the rain bad. Hey Joe,
so you got to look at the positive. What?
I bought a house. Well, I'm in the process of buying a house.
I know. I'm excited.
Yeah, signed a contract.
I'm sure
the
you're
other
more
day.
excited, but I'm pretty
I
excited.
got to get the earnest money to the bank to the title company by Friday.
You are under contract, we should
I'm
say.
under contract.
Yeah.
yeah.
So it could fall through, I guess, but
Yeah.
I mean, you're on your way.
Well, the only way to fall through if I don't have the money to close on the deal, I think, right? Or the inspector.
Yeah,
I got to
something
call
could-
the inspector
yeah.
tomorrow, and so yeah, I got to get that done.
You already have an inspector? I got a
No.
good one right here.
You got a good one?
Yep.
Okay.
Yeah, he was prior Army helicopter pilot,
Yeah.
but he's had the inspection business for a long
He's
time.
good?
And he's really good.
Okay. I got a couple of lists of people from around here that they sent me. I'll show you. Maybe he's on there. Maybe.
Yeah, I have his card
Okay.
somewhere, and I know I got a spot where I keep business cards.
Okay. I
and stuff.
gotta get that.
I think
I
it's
gotta
in
get
there.
that scheduled pretty quick.
Yeah, he's a good fellow.
Because they only gave us like 7 days or something like that.
To get it scheduled, to get it done.
I don't know. I don't know how this process works, Joe. I'm a first-time home
Alright.
buyer. I'm a 60-year-old first-time home buyer.
Woohoo!
You know, I lived on ranches my whole life. I had a free house.
Yeah,
I don't know anything. You know.
Yeah.
Yeah. So
it's okay. I'll walk you through it.
yeah.
I've had a couple.
I told the real estate lady, "Man, you got to baby me through this thing because I don't have a clue what I'm doing." You know, I was all
It's
nervous
fun.
about the earnest money. You know.
No, don't let that. You need
Yeah.
you need to worry about your interest rate and your buying points and
Yeah. I don't,
homeowners insurance.
you're speaking French,
Well, it's okay.
Japanese.
It's okay.
I got you to help me.
Yeah, it's easy.
All right, you're a professional.
Well, I'm not saying that. I don't do it for a living, but
Yeah.
I've done it.
But you know what you're doing. You've been in a lot of houses.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I bought my first house for $69,990.
I like that number.
And the interest rate, I got a special interest rate because I was a first-time home buyer
Yeah.
at 6.5%.
That's good.
It was good at the
At
time.
that time, it's gotten lower. It was lower than that for a while, right? What was the lowest you think it had been for what? Because right now it's like 6.8.
Yeah, I think I got. Well, that was a house in Louisiana. Then I moved to Hawaii. We did not buy a house in Hawaii.
Okay.
And then when we got to Kansas, bought a house there. Went back to Louisiana, a different part of Louisiana, bought a house there, and then we bought this house here.
Yeah, I don't. Like I said,
This
I
house
don't have
is
a
the
clue what to do.
in Kansas is when it started dropping. So we went from 5.75 to like 5.
Yeah.
We refinanced, and then we refinanced again for 4.25.
Wow. 4 point something.
And then I think we refinanced. I mean, yeah, like we had to pay closing costs each time, but closing costs were like $2,000, and $2,000 over the course of 30 years is not much, but you save, a lot
yeah.
per month because of the interest rate. So that
Yeah.
$2,000, and here's another thing: if we basically we refinanced through the same bank that we had the loan through,
Right.
so they paid themselves off, right?
Yeah.
With the new loan, but the new loan doesn't start for 2 months. So the money that I would have spent that next month for a mortgage, I didn't have to spend. The next month that I would have spent for a mortgage, I didn't have to spend. So that right there was already saving me the $2,000,
Yeah. Heck yeah. That's cool.
which,
Yeah.
in hindsight, maybe I should have paid the closing costs up front instead of rolling it. That would have saved
Yeah.
me like, $11 a month
Yeah, but what's $11?
Yeah.
I mean, you don't. You weren't gonna have the house for 20
But
years
if you think
anyway.
about it this way, if you tack it on the
Yeah.
price of the house,
Yeah.
you're adding to what you pay interest on.
Yeah.
So if you would I mean, I know. So anyway, but yeah. So anyway, then we bought the house in Louisiana. I think we got 3.75,
Oh wow.
and then if you think that's good, like we bought this house in 2020, and we got it for. It was gonna be 2.75,
Really?
and they said, "Do you want to pay points?" And normally, I always say no because in the military we didn't know how long we would stay there, and basically you're paying interest up front.
Yeah.
So I said, all right, well, I know I'm going to be in this house a while, and it will save you in the long run.
Yeah.
So they said, well, for $1,100, you can get it down this much, and then that ended up making it 2.3.
Holy crap.
So right now my interest rate's 2.3 because I paid $1,100.
Yeah. Wow. That's pretty interesting.
Yeah, that's why I asked you earlier if you plan on staying in the house very
Yeah,
long. Because
I
if
don't
you
know.
do, maybe you can pay
Yeah.
points. They'll ask you at closing.
Huh, okay. That's something.
But if you don't plan on doing it, then you're just going to
Yeah.
be giving
Yeah.
them that interest up front.
Yeah,
Basically.
we'll just wait. I know interest rates are going to go down. They have to go down.
Yeah.
They have to. We'll just refinance.
Well, it's going to be a certain amount over prime,
Yeah.
right? And so when the Fed set the prime,
Yeah.
and you're right, it's probably going to go down, and it's going to take a couple
I hope
months
So.
to trickle down.
Yeah. Yeah, that's incredible.
So if it's 6.8 now, I imagine they're going to be in the fives. That's a decent amount.
Yeah.
I mean, it's doable for people, you know.
Yeah. Yeah, I'm
I mean,
excited.
if it's like over 7,
Yeah.
8%, that makes it rough. That means the amount of house you can buy is, you got to start looking lower amount because your monthly payments are going to be so high.
No, I'm just excited. And the lady leaving everything in the house. Basically.
Yeah, it basically comes furnished, huh?
Yeah, I mean, not that
She
we
don't
need
want
it, but
to. She don't want to deal with it.
we'll just Facebook Marketplace sell most of the stuff and keep some of the stuff. I wanted to keep the section on the couch was brand new, and I mean it's incredible what she said. Well, I'll just go ahead and just basically all the TVs that are mounted, everything's staying.
That's good.
Yeah,
That'll save you some money.
yeah. I mean, we're gonna be.
Speaking of garage sale, I need to sell some stuff.
We're having
around
one
here.
May 19th, I think.
Oh, that's right before school gets out.
Yeah, we are having one. So
Maybe
we'll
I should bring some stuff over.
We want to bring some stuff. Come on.
Dude, I'm telling you. I know I've told the people who are listening right now that I'm a hoarder,
Yeah,
but I mean,
yeah.
it's not even that. It's you open up your drawer. I got all my T-shirts in there.
Yeah.
I don't wear
Oh my God.
any of those
yeah.
T-shirts.
We got a lot of T-shirts too.
I wear the ones that are in the rotation.
Yeah, we got.
So when they
'cause of
come out
school.
the dryer, they get folded. I wear those,
Yeah,
but the ones that are in the drawer, I never wear them.
yeah. We got a lot too because of the schools.
If I
We've
wear a
been to and
T-shirt from
stuff.
there,
Yeah.
people ask me if it's brand new. No, I just haven't worn it in
Just haven't worn
14
it.
years.
May 17th.
Okay, May 17th.
Yeah, I
Garage
think
sale.
somewhere right in there. So yeah.
My neighbors next door, they bring some stuff to an auction.
Oh really?
Yeah, there's a local auction. I mean, he buys a lot from there too.
Yeah,
But yeah, if he don't want, they'll take it to the auction.
that's cool.
And I guess if it doesn't sell, I guess they either throw it away or they've had garage sales there
Yeah,
before.
like if we don't sell the stuff that we have out at the deal, it doesn't come back to the house. It goes to Goodwill.
Yeah,
We just load it up.
we've
Move it
done that
shelter
before
or
too.
Goodwill or whatever. It's just
Did I ever tell you the time I bought a garage sale?
no, the whole thing.
The whole thing.
Really?
I have not told you.
No.
Okay, so this is when Wendy and the boys and I first moved to Texas. We stayed
Uh-huh.
at my parents' house. So it was my parents and all 4 of us, so 6 people at the house.
Yeah.
My brother lived in Salado. He saw something on Facebook Marketplace. There's a full weekend garage sale at the not the VFW. It's the Foreign Legion,
Okay.
which is it was in Belton.
Yeah.
So he
Yeah,
said,
by the Expo Center, the Cadence Center now. It's right on the feeder road on the right at the intersection. You go across.
I don't
the
even
street.
think it's that far. I think it's kind of down in town.
You
I
think?
don't know. I can't remember where it was.
There's the VF. And anyway, go ahead. I'm sorry.
It's the American Legion Hall,
yeah.
and so
this is VF
not the VFW.
The VFW is what I'm talking about.
Yeah.
That's right.
So we go. He said, "Look at this thing. All this stuff for $250." So we drive
What?
over there. People from the local area, especially members, they bring all this stuff to put it in a garage sale.
Yeah.
And I said, "Here, whatever you sell, that place got to keep the proceeds."
Yeah.
So they had a giant room full of tables. They had a back room full of tables. They had a side room full of tables. $250. Danny and I walked around it. There was some stuff that we knew that we could sell for $200. Just like that, a couple items, right? So we walked around it. We're like, "Yep, we'll take it." We paid the guy $250 because they already let people walk around there the day before.
And nobody.
And they
bought
said on
everything.
Sunday, because they couldn't keep that. I mean, they can't just
Yeah. Yeah.
have a
yeah,
hall full of stuff. The one back room full of books,
Really?
hardback, paperback. I'm telling you. So he said, "But you have to move it." So Danny had a trailer. He had a truck. We had our SUV. My dad's SUV. We took trailer after trailer after trailer back to my dad's house.
How many loads?
I don't even know.
Wow.
So that weekend we had a garage sale. We packed it up in the garage and in another room, and out front we just put sheets and stuff over it.
Yeah.
The next weekend we had another garage sale. The next weekend we had another garage sale. And we kept a bunch of stuff. You know that air fryer that we used?
Yeah.
From that sale.
Really?
Danny got to keep a bunch of stuff.
That's awesome.
We had a record player and records, and we put it on and let people. We were jamming to a record player. A guy came out, bought that.
Yeah.
We had DVDs, a buck a piece. DVDs,
That's
just like
good.
hey. And then the next sale, 5 DVDs for $2. People were just going like this. Pretty soon, 10 DVDs $1, right? Just because they were like the
Yeah.
Sunday night movie
Yeah.
that
Right,
no one
right,
liked, right?
Right.
And then
That's awesome.
clothes, $1 an item. If it was a jacket, like
Yeah.
$5. There were some nice jackets, right?
Yeah.
$5, and we were selling them for $5. People were happy to get them. And then by the time we were on our 4th weekend or whatever it was,
Yeah.
we were handing them bags. Fill up the bag for $0.25. There was just, I mean, and our other friend, she does garage sales all the time.
Yeah.
She had racks, like the big circular racks to
Yeah.
put hangers on,
Yeah.
and tables. She's like, "Here, use all this stuff." It looked like a professional
Yeah.
store.
Well, yeah.
And then we had so many books left over. Same thing with books. Here,
Yeah.
5 books for $1.
Yeah.
And then after that, we took them down and donated them to the bookstore in Belton.
Okay.
We donated boxes of books.
Books. Yeah. Wow.
But people were happy to get these books. They're like, "What? This Daniel Steele or Tom Clancy?" I mean,
Yeah.
there was just
That's crazy. That's
so
awesome. though.
Danny and I split the money. I got a little extra because we had worked
Yeah.
it more
He did
because
more, yeah.
he wasn't over there as much.
Yeah.
And I think we each made like over $1,100.
Holy Toledo.
Yep. I think it
That's
was like
awesome.
$1,175 or something
That's
like that.
incredible. That's awesome.
We had a little machine that my mom uses to
Yeah.
like you pedal,
Yeah.
and it's digital, and so you put numbers or whatever in there. It makes it harder or easier to like
Yeah.
get exercises. We bought that treadmill on the back porch.
Oh shoot.
Yeah.
That's funny.
I mean, we never get our money out of that treadmill, but
Yeah.
oh my goodness. It was work though. And guess what? All those weekends,
Yeah.
it didn't rain. Because stuff was just left out in the driveway.
Yeah.
Oh, baby items. Baby items and toys, dude. Sheets. We had sheets and sheets and sheets out there of baby toys and stuff. It was crazy.
That's good though. I mean, that's pretty smart. Very smart.
We helped the American Legion guy out.
Yeah.
And then but I mean, it was work. Every weekend sitting there in a lawn chair, you know what I mean?
Yeah. Yeah.
We were tired of having a garage sale though, I'll tell you
bet.
that.
Well, I mean, that's work too. I mean, y'all. I mean, 4 weekends, y'all had to make all those deals, but that's still good money.
Yep. And we'd have people come by when we weren't out there, and then come knock on the door. Is this for sale? Yep. You know what I mean? Like
Crazy.
we had the garage door closed,
Yeah.
but they saw that there was tables and stuff out.
Yeah.
Yep. With this
Wow.
little baby jumper, or this little baby push wagon or whatever it was.
That's crazy.
Yeah.
That's pretty good though. That's
Yeah.
good thinking though. Good part on Danny's part.
Yeah, he just happened to see it.
Yeah.
I have those things on Facebook, I think, but
Yeah.
I don't ever
Never
look
pay
at it.
attention. Yeah.
Mm-mm. But I
Wow.
got to have a garage sale to get rid of some of this stuff around
Yeah.
here.
We don't make a lot of money on garage sales. We might make a lot of money this time.
It's
We're
really more about getting rid of stuff
getting rid
than
of
it
stuff.
is.
Yeah. That's the whole point. Is getting rid of stuff.
We got clothes the kids can't fit into.
Yeah.
Sell them for a quarter or
But like
whatever.
y'all, I mean, y'all bought all that stuff for $250.
Yeah.
Y'all made that probably in half a day, the first day, or maybe at a day.
Oh, I think you're. Yeah, we probably
know.
did.
It was gone. So yeah, y'all did good.
I think we'll let the kids sell stuff. Toys they don't use and stuff. Let them keep it. And that's good for them too.
Yeah. Man, I was thinking I gotta go get blood work in the morning.
You do?
Yeah, I mean
You're not going to be at school in the morning?
And I mean, I'll be. It's at 7. I get blood at 7.
Oh,
I'll
so you
be-
got time to get there. Oh,
I'll
that's
be
good.
there sooner or later. Yeah. But I'm thinking, what time I gotta fast tonight? Thinking, man, what time do I need to eat? Because you gotta fast.
I
can't
never
eat
do.
Before
I never do. I'm bad.
Joe,
Don't listen to me.
you're skinny. You ain't got nothing wrong with you.
Well, they're
Your blood
concerned.
work is fine.
Yeah, but they were concerned about if I have my morning coffee with sugar in it,
Oh my
that
god.
my blood sugar count will not be
Oh
accurate.
my god. Yeah. No, not me. I'm fat. They want to try to find a reason to give me diabetes. Yeah.
Well, I don't think they want to give you diabetes.
Yeah, they do.
Oh, so they can put
Oh,
you
they
on
look
meds
at me
or
and they
something?
go, "Oh, he's fat. He got diabetes." I'm not even pre-diabetes, but I go there and they go, "Yep, he's diabetic." I swear, Joe. They want me to be so they can put me on medicine so they can make more money.
Just by looking at you. Yeah.
They look at me like that. Yeah. Oh, he's diabetic.
That
No,
reminds me
no,
of
I'm
another
not.
story. You
No,
ready
I'm
for
not.
this?
What's that?
It was Wendy was working late, so
Let me
we had-
just time out. Let me just say I'm fat, healthy,
you're healthy fat.
healthy, fat. Yeah. So anyway, I'm sorry.
Maybe I'm a healthy skinny.
Yeah. There you go. We're
Any-
healthy.
So the boys and I go to Wendy's
Yeah.
fast food place, right? My wife
Not
Wendy,
Wendy's. Yeah.
my wife Wendy is working.
Yeah.
So we go there, and Aiden orders the double bacon cheeseburger.
The double bacon
Yeah,
cheeseburger.
the big one.
The big one. Yeah.
And it's like one of them pricier.
The Baconator.
He may have ordered the double baconator or
I
something
think
like that.
something like that,
He
yeah,
ordered one
yeah.
of the larger
Yeah.
bacon
it's
sandwiches,
a good one.
the
It's
big
a
double.
big one. Yeah.
Riley orders the big sandwich, but a single.
Okay.
And then it's my turn, and I'm looking at the menu, and she goes, "Sir, we have a junior Wendy's burger, the junior burger, and it's right now it's only like $3.99, and you get a small fries
Yeah.
and a drink."
Yeah, but the
Or
hamburger
whatever.
is big and round as a 50-cent piece.
And I was like, "My son's ordered the big old giant burger,
Yeah.
and then when it's my turn, you think that?" And you know what? Here's the funny
Just
thing.
because I look anorexic, don't
Yeah.
mean I'm anorexic.
Here's the funny thing. Well, I don't know if it's funny or not.
Yeah.
I said, "You know what? That sounds like a good deal. Give me that deal."
See, you're-
I ordered it,
you're
and
a
I swear to
you're
you,
a sucker.
I swear to you, it filled me up.
I don't doubt it.
It was
I don't
the,
doubt it.
It was the junior whatever fries and a drink, and I was like, man.
Oh my God.
But my question is, do they ever look at you and you order like the single? They go,
Oh, yeah.
sir,
Sir.
are you sure you don't want the double?
I've never done that, Joe.
I'll bet.
I order the biggest thing all
Oh,
the time, so I
oh.
don't have to worry about that.
I was wondering if
Yeah, I
they
want the-
judge you.
I want the kids' meal. Yeah.
Well, sometimes you might order
Yeah.
like something like a relatively
my
small.
God.
Do they ever suggest, sir, do you want to supersize that, don't you?
Well, they always ask you, do you want to supersize that?
Yeah.
I don't know. They might ask everybody that. So, but no,
It-
I go to the doctor. They,
Really? My 13 and
Yeah.
15-year-old boys, they don't
Yeah.
suggest that. I get up there, sir, we have the junior and small fries. I'm like,
funny.
yeah, I know.
Yeah, no. They always think I'm diabetic. I mean, I might be this time. Who knows? But every time I go, everything comes out right. So, we'll see this time. So, I don't know.
Are you still drinking water?
I haven't stopped. Been drinking water since December. Had a little tea last night. I drink tea probably maybe 5 times. Maybe 5 times since December. And it's just tea. I haven't had salt. Tea's not bad.
Yeah, that's true. Not bad.
And I mean, it's unsweet most of the time. And then I haven't had soft drink at
What
all.
about desserts and stuff? You doing good?
Yeah, for the most part. I don't eat a lot. Honestly, I don't eat a lot.
Well, when we go to that place Miller's for breakfast, sometimes you get
Yeah.
that cinnamon roll,
Yeah, I
and you
didn't
said
get
that's
one.
your cheat day.
I think on Saturday's my cheat day, but I don't cheat a lot. I mean, I don't just go buck wild.
That's good.
I don't go buck wild on cheat day, but yeah, I didn't get one this Saturday, so
That's
I
good.
did cut back on Saturday. So and I
Do they ever tell you to like take vitamins and stuff or like certain supplements?
No, I'm not deficient in B12 or D12 or vitamin D or whatever. No, I'm
Hmm.
pretty good.
Well, a lot of that they would have to test specifically. It don't come back on the normal
Yeah, well,
run of the
the
mill.
vitamin D does.
Oh, does it?
Yeah,
I asked for
that's the new thing. They always tell you you're deficient in vitamin D.
They did. I asked why. They asked me if I felt tired or something, and so they said, okay. Well, then they did, and they said you're a little low in iron.
Yeah,
You're a little low in vitamin D, so they gave me like these pills.
yeah,
but they,
little bitty tiny.
yeah, but
things.
you know what? They were like 40,000
Yeah.
IUs or
Yeah,
whatever
yeah,
they
yeah,
are,
yeah.
right?
Yeah,
But
you
if
can
you
buy
get
them on Amazon for cheap.
well, if you get it from the store, it's like 2,000.
Yeah.
But they wanted me to
Really, really get
get
'em.
yeah, and then after that you can kind of like get the low amount.
Right.
But vitamin D, iron. Now I'm supposed to take magnesium.
They say
Two-
magnesium is really good for you.
Yeah, 2 pills of magnesium, one in the morning
Yeah.
and one in the evening. But you're supposed to take them as you eat. But I don't
Okay.
really eat in the morning, so I don't want to take one in the morning
Yeah. And then you-
because
yeah.
I don't want to take them on an empty stomach.
Yeah.
But I
They say that magnesium is pretty good for you.
yeah,
It does. It helps a lot of things.
it's supposed to help with my sleep.
Really.
Yeah.
Well, there you go.
But there's certain types of magnesium, and I'm supposed to take the magnesium. It starts with a C. Ciliate.
Caltrate or something. I don't know.
I don't know.
I don't know.
I'm not technically a doctor.
Magnesium, something. Anyway, now you're gonna look it up. This is where we need that producer guy, Joe. we can't have-
Magnesium glycinate.
Magnesium.
It doesn't start with a C, but there is a C in it.
Okay.
Magnesium glycinate.
Well, there you go.
But there's other magnesiums, and they say,
Yeah.
well, it's advertised, but I don't really need that one.
Yeah.
Maybe some people do.
Hey, Joe.
And I'm supposed to take L-lysine.
Hey, Joe.
What?
Have you got on TikTok?
No, I
yet?
did not.
Come on, Joe.
I,
I
got-
want you to download it live on the air.
I don't really have time for that,
Joe,
Jesse.
you got time right now. Download TikTok and sign up for TikTok. Come on, Joe.
All right, let me see.
Come on.
Search.
Search TikTok.
Wait, let me just go to home.
Yeah. Anyway. All right. So he's at the Play Store.
What's that say suggested for you?
TikTok.
The first one.
Yep. TikTok.
This thing listens to me.
Yep. TikTok. First one. Go ahead on.
Install.
Install.
You know how many people have downloaded it?
1 million and like 5,000 million for 5 million thousand or something.
5 million. 4.1 million.
4.1 million. I was close. 5,000,122. Is that such a thing?
I mean, no.
I wasn't very good at math.
I told the kids 11 million. They said, "How many is 11 million?" I was
11
like, "It's
million.
not. It's a lot." Let's just say that.
Yeah. Kind of like that meme or that reel you sent me today. That guy was dressed up like Gandalf.
Yeah.
Yeah. Kind of like reminded me of the time when I was in math, in that algebra, when that teacher said, "Do you want a C?" And I'm like, "Yeah, I'll take a C."
Yeah, that professor on the
That guy was mean. That was mean.
funny though.
Funny as hell, but it was mean.
He stood up in the front of the whole class, and
Yeah.
it's an auditorium type of class, like a college
huge
class. And he said, "If your last name starts with," and he rattled off about 8 names.
Yeah.
He says, if your last name starts with this, stand up. So those people stood up, and he says, if you're standing up, you shall not pass.
And he was dressed up like Gandalf.
And then he slammed this stick, whatever.
Like
A
Gandalf
staff,
on
yeah.
Lord of the Rings.
And then
Yeah.
he said, everybody else, you got a C- or better. Have a good summer.
Yep. That's crazy.
All right, open. I installed it. I'm opening it.
Woo, whoop,
It starts
whoop, whoop. And
on
I sent you
TikTok.
some TikToks this morning early, like at 5:30.
Don't have an account? Sign up
Sign up. Just hit Google or whatever.
with my Gmail.
Or whatever you want to do. You get the option like to do Google, and it'll put all your stuff in there by itself.
All right, I'll do that.
Yeah, it's just easier. It'll
'Cause
do.
I do not want to create a username and
yeah,
password.
exactly. You'll be.
Now I got to put my birthday.
You'll just be user 5,601 5,000 million or something like that.
Got to put my birthday in.
Hey, Rashid, I spoke into the mic all the time too, the whole day. So far, the whole time. So just FYI. Thanks for the tip.
Yeah. Sometimes, I mean, I noticed it, but since
Well,
we have
my-
these headphones on,
Yeah,
our voices
I just
come
lean back,
back really clear
right,
to us.
and I just lean back in my chair, but my mic won't stay back. It wants to go back to the table, so I got to keep leaning forward. But we're gonna cut this podcast kind of short today, so we're not gonna
Choose-
go. We're not gonna go into the 2 hour mark. So.
I put my name in
yeah,
or what I wanted to go as.
and it says
Now it says choose your interest: animals, comedy, travel, food,
yeah, because it wants
sports.
to do the algorithm.
Yeah. So
Yeah.
let me put in comedy, food, travel. I mean, who doesn't like to travel?
Yeah,
Beauty and style? Nope.
nope, no. You
It
got,
shows lipstick. Nope.
You got some style though. You had that tie on yesterday. You're looking sweet yesterday.
Well, I had a VA interview
Yeah,
to see if I could get some help going to college.
yeah.
And I got an email today that I had, in fact, been approved.
That's awesome.
Yeah.
Get some money back, dude.
Well,
Get it paid
they don't
for.
they don't pay me directly. They,
Get it paid. It'll just pay
pay the
for
school,
it.
yeah.
Heck yeah.
Art? No.
Eh,
Gaming? No.
no, you're not the
Science
boys.
and education? Yeah, I'm
yeah.
down. I like both science and education.
Yeah.
Dance? No. I bet if I put
Although you-
dance, I'll get all them
You
little
s-
TikTok
you
dances.
Still like watching them though.
Well, I watch enough of TikTok dances at school.
Yeah.
Them girls set a phone up in the
Oh, yeah,
hallway.
they're always TikTok
I said,
dancing.
and then I'll walk right by them on purpose.
on purpose.
And I go, oh, I'm sorry.
Oh,
What-
Mr. Joe.
Were y'all doing the Tiki Talk thing? And they go, hee, it's not Tiki Talk.
Mr. Joe? Hee 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 hee. Yeah.
Life hacks. I got my own life
You are
hacks.
a hack.
You're darn right I am. Fandom. I don't know what that means.
What?
Outdoors? Yeah, I like outdoors.
Yeah.
I'm the outdoorsy
I
type.
think fandom, like maybe comic books or something like that. Maybe is that what that means?
It does have some sort of action figure.
What's that? You know, like
as the,
Comic Con, that kind of deal. Fandom.
Maybe.
think-
I do like Comic-Con. I go to the one
Yeah.
here.
Yeah.
Next. Swipe. Videos are personalized for you based on what you watch,
Yep.
like, and share.
And
Yeah,
it's going to change.
I know.
It'll change. It'll change.
This one, first one is called Aqua de Fresa. What's that? Fresh water?
Yeah. Yeah. And then you got right here. Look here. You got to let me
There's some
school
girl
you.
walking down the road.
Let me school you here.
And what's that
So
say?
you got this is for you, and then like people like what you want to follow, like if when you, the ones you follow that'll be here,
Don't forget to
which-
talk into the mic.
which you don't got nobody right now really, and then you got the TikTok shop where they sell everything in the world, and so there's that, and then not now, and then for you is that's what they're pulling up for you, and now you can watch the videos I sent you early this morning. I sent you like. I was gonna bombard you with like 100 videos, just to be a butthead.
Look at this. This girl walking down a lane says, I'm fat, have no friends at all, but I'm still trying to stay positive. It's tough without any dates. They're
What?
trying to just get me to comment and say, there's no reason why you shouldn't have any dates. Stay positive, girl.
Yeah.
You got this.
Yeah,
Look,
yeah.
I'm not commenting.
Skinny guys love fat girls.
No, they want me to comment.
You know.
They want
Yeah.
you to comment. This is just to try to troll me.
What?
Look, 5,800 comments.
Yeah. Yeah.
I'm going to put stuff that says,
You don't comment. Do you comment on anything ever?
yeah.
I don't.
Well, I saw this thing on Instagram.
I'm
No,
just
get
a
this.
watcher.
I saw this thing on Instagram. I've been commenting recently,
Yeah.
and it said, I went to my mother-in-law's house, and my kids came, and we had something made with ground beef, and she didn't rinse the ground beef off before she cooked it, and I was like, gross, and I won't let my kids eat that, so we all left. And I'm like, I commented, I said, no one rinses ground beef
No.
before you cook it.
No.
This girl just
It's
wants
called cooking it.
just wants us to comment, and then
Yeah.
and then I put ... Dang, I
Yeah.
think I just played into her plan.
Yeah. Yeah. You did.
And then another one,
Just cook it. To
it said, your bill at a restaurant is $265. How much are you tipping? Just wondering. So you get these comments. One comment said, I tip $2 for lunch, $5 for dinner, no matter how much my bill is. And so I made a comment. I'm like, don't ever go to a restaurant then, if that's how you're going to act.
Yeah.
And then some other person put, I'm never tipping more than 10%, not in a million years. So I
Yeah.
replied, you should not go to a restaurant, not in a million years.
Not in a million years. Yeah, that's not right. That's not right.
And then somebody else asked about how to do a math problem, and they all doing it wrong.
I mean, I think those restaurant workers make like $3 or $4 an hour.
Well, they think that's on them.
No,
They think that's bad negotiating
I mean-
a salary.
that's just the way it is in the restaurant business.
Well, I made a comment, but now in hindsight, I think I shouldn't have commented because these people
Yeah.
put these on there just to get comments
Yeah,
and likes or dislikes or whatever
yeah.
or shares.
Well, yeah, you got to turn some volume on too.
See,
Joe.
like that girl, she got 5,000 comments
Yeah,
just for walking down a sidewalk.
yeah. Here's this one here. We miss you, amigo. I'll come find you one day. George Strait mourns the loss of his dear friend Roy Cooper, a rodeo legend who died in the house fire Tuesday night. So, yeah, that's on TikTok
This
too.
is called Dad Advice from Bo,
Yeah,
and he's showing you how to put up a little sprinkler system in a garden to keep your plants watered.
yeah.
Oh, I guess that would come in handy. And here's I don't know what I'm doing here.
You just
No,
scroll-
I don't want to allow you to send me
No,
notifications.
just scroll up. Okay,
This saying says, what is the most ghetto city in all of Texas? Number 15, Killeen.
oh,
Next,
yeah. I would think
Galveston.
it'd be higher.
Texas City.
Imagine Beaumont's on there.
Beaumont is
Yeah.
next.
I would say Beaumont. Yeah.
If you're still watching, make sure to comment. See, they just fishing for stuff. I'm not doing all that. I'm not
Well,
doing it
yeah,
anymore.
I
Then
mean-
Victoria.
yeah.
I thought Victoria was nicer than that.
Nah,
Corpus Christi,
nah.
Baytown, Lufkin, Alice,
What?
Alice,
Alice.
Longview.
They say Alice is ghetto.
Yep.
Man, that used to
Amarillo.
be the party place. when we was in-
Amarillo, number 2, San
when
Angelo.
we were in high school and elementary, when we used to go to the Alice Rodeo when we were kids, shoot, that was a fun time.
Now it says before we get to number 1, make sure you follow and like and stamp the heart button or whatever.
Nah, I don't.
It says the number 1, and then it says, and then it started
Yeah,
over.
yeah.
There's no number 1.
They tricking you. They tricking you. They trying to get
Wait,
you.
I got to go back to the end. Maybe they said it real quick.
No, you can hit.
Oh, it says here. Stay tuned for part 2 to find out what number 1 is.
Yeah.
I'm not doing that.
Well, no, you just go to their name, and the next video on their list will be the next video.
I don't even care enough.
Yeah, and there, yeah, exactly. Who cares? They might say Temple. Not.
This guy's throwing a fishing pole with a glowing ball on it.
Okay.
This farm girl trying to
You would get more.
tug on a watering
You would get more into it if it was you had the sound on.
Anyway, folks, that's me on TikTok.
Yeah. Hey, I got sent you videos this morning,
Okay.
so don't forget about that.
All right. Oh, this is a good shrimp
Because
and pasta dish.
I was gonna bombard you, dude, with videos. Like I said, I'm gonna send him like 50 videos back to back to back to back.
I don't have to, I don't want to watch 50 videos. You know
Well,
what I mean?
yeah, but it was all TikTok, and I was just making a point.
That reminds me of a story. Ready to hear it?
Yeah, another story.
Wendy
Come
and I were in the car. We were listening to Dennis Prager.
on. Okay,
He's a-
PragerU.
He started PragerU.
Yeah.
Yep, same guy. This was way before he started that. He's just a talk show host.
Right.
And some kid calls on the radio, and he argued with Dennis Prager. The kid said video games are good.
For what?
Learning stuff.
Learning stuff.
This guy had a NASCAR game, and he learned all about the camber, the wheels, when to do what, like when to put gas. He's learning stuff.
Learning stuff.
Right.
I learned that.
Dennis Prager said, all right, well, answer me this. If you didn't play that video game at all, how many hours a day or in a week would you say? So he says about 2 hours a day,
Yeah.
whatever it was. He said, all right, so if you took that amount of time per day that you spent on that video game and you spent the same amount of time learning a foreign language, do you think that would be more beneficial or the time you spent playing NASCAR game? And he
Picked
goes,
NASCAR, did he?
well, I guess you're right. I guess I would learn more if I. He's like, or you just studied something. You know what I mean?
Yeah, yeah,
Like you put that same amount of effort
yeah.
into learning a foreign language. You think you're going to be better off?
Yeah, you would be.
But look how much time I'm wasting with Instagram Reels and the shorts and the TikTok.
You're
It's-
only doing it when
it's
you're not
like-
doing anything. You've done a lot all day. It's something just to wind down with. I don't look at it all day. You know, when I look
I
at
guess
it
you're right.
at about 9:30 at night, 10 o'clock before I'm fixing to go to bed, just so I can make myself tired.
Yeah.
I don't look at it at all. I don't look at it during the day. Never.
But the way I think of it is when I sit on this couch and
Yeah.
I'm scrolling through all the stuff that I scroll through.
Yeah.
Just I could have put that fuel filter on
Right.
the SUV we got.
Right. True that.
You know what I mean?
True that.
I could go in that bathroom and like fix that. I think there's a leak behind the little thing
Yeah.
in there, that cabinet. You know what I
Yeah.
mean? I could be getting off my butt and doing something.
Yeah.
I could be fixing that backyard. But instead, I'm like, oh, look at this funny guy. Look at this cat.
Well, this summer,
Speaking
yard,
of that,
yard party will be at our house this summer.
well, I am already getting a new patio.
Okay.
I already put a down payment on it.
Awesome.
Yeah.
Good deal.
But I gotta fix my pergola. It
Pergola.
got torqued up in the hailstorm.
Yeah. They gave you money for that?
Like $200.
Oh, my God.
Well, they said they gave me a can of primer and a can of paint and something. I swear to God, it's the insurance listed primer and paint. It's not even painted.
No.
It's stained.
natural. It was
Yeah.
stained looking thing. Yeah. Yeah.
But anyways, yeah, they didn't give me much for it. But
All right. That's crazy.
what was I gonna say?
I don't know.
What were we talking about?
PragerU.
No, I was done with that story.
The summer party outside.
Yeah,
Before that,
yeah,
just wasting time. Like you could have done this, you could have done that. You could have fixed the leak. You go fix the backyard.
yeah.
Fix the backyard was the
I have an
What you
above
said.
ground pool that I bought at the Walmart,
yeah
and I'm tearing it down.
yeah
There's a little tiny hole in the bottom.
yeah.
I bought this little patching thing, and then I bought the stuff you see on TV. It even works underwater. And I put that on there. No, it don't.
Still leaks. Yeah.
Who's the guy that advertises
Yeah,
that stuff all the time?
I don't remember what his name.
All
was,
right,
but yeah.
whoever's listening, you
I
got
you're
you
talking
know who I'm talking
though.
about.
Yeah.
Look, it even works
It even
underwater.
Works underwater. Yeah.
Well, nope, I was down.
They had that boat. Remember, like a see-through boat, like a glass boat.
The Flex Seal patch. It was
Flex
it was Flex Seal tape or
Yeah,
something, right?
Yeah, yeah.
Anyways, I'm throwing that whole thing in the dumpster.
That's funny.
I bet I could just wrap it up, throw it on a trailer or back of
Yeah.
a truck.
Yeah. Yeah.
I'm done with that thing.
Yeah. Yeah. You need to.
Now I got a big circular patch with no
No
grass.
growing. Yeah.
And I'm gonna put my I got a smoker.
Yeah.
I'm gonna put that over there. My grill, I'm gonna put something like a tiny pergola
Yeah.
that has a roof over it to keep the
Yeah.
stuff off.
Yeah.
And I'm gonna put my grill out there. And I already did this. I already piped a line from my propane tank.
Oh. Okay.
I got all. I'm just gonna pull my grill over there.
Yeah.
I already got the attachments, the fittings, the
Yeah.
what do you call that? The valve. I
Oh.
got all that.
So how do you fill the propane tank? Do they come fill it for you?
Yeah.
And I mean, is it a big tank or just a stand-up tank? What is it?
No, it's a long
Long one?
sideways
there?
tank.
And it's only
250 gallon.
and it's only for your stove?
Yep.
Okay.
Yep.
All right.
We got it filled once because
Because
The
I want to
first
get a
time-
gas stove
the
eventually.
first time they came out, when they installed it, they only put like halfway.
Yeah.
And then about a year after that, they ran a September special where
Yeah.
it was like so much per gallon. It was like really cheap.
And
So I had to come out and they topped it off.
They had to come run the line. Somebody ran the line for you to the stove, or did you already have a electric gas? Was there already a gas stove in here?
You know, the propane people did that.
Yeah,
they
they-
ran it all the way to the
Yeah,
house.
Kinda, what's his name? King of the Hill came and did that. For you,
Yeah.
right? Yeah. Yeah.
Propane accessories.
Accessories. Yeah.
But and then the propane company came out again and they gave me a tee. They teed off of that line
Okay.
over in the corner, kind of over on the other side.
Yeah.
So I'm gonna have my outdoor kitchen.
Okay. Yeah.
So
'cause
I don't want to mess with them little bottles of propane anymore.
Right, right.
You know,
And
you're
eventually,
constantly going over there.
That's what I want to put in at the house is a gas stove.
Yeah,
I mean,
yeah, yeah.
gas range. I mean. Yeah.
Oh yeah, it's worth it.
Yeah. Oh, definitely.
I mean, you get them. You know how long it'll take you to use that 250 gallon tank?
forever.
Years.
Yeah, it lasts forever. Yeah.
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 I've had it for 4 years. No, 5.
Yeah.
Over 5.
Wow.
And we had it filled up that once. If you go out there, it's probably at 60%, 70%.
Yeah. That's cool.
Yeah. And it's so worth it.
Yeah. Anyway, we'll have the summertime outdoor party be at my house.
All right. Well, we'll probably have multiple.
Yeah, we'll have multiple, but yeah.
We'll have the housewarming.
I'm ready to get
Party.
my backyard lit up with my
So you think
with
probably be in
lights.
about a month and a half from now?
I'm hoping. Our contract on the house we're at right now, that our lease ends in July. So
Okay.
I'm hoping that it'll go about a month and a half, and then when we finally have
Because
to,
we're about to be in May right
so
now.
we can pay our like July lease, our July payment at the house we're in now, and then like August starts the new house.
The new house.
I hope it works out perfect like that.
Well, you usually close in about 30 days.
Yeah. So us is showing that closing is going to be like on the 30th of May,
Yep, that sounds right.
and then so you got June and July, those 2 months right there.
Yep.
And so I'm hoping that we can go all the way through July. We don't have to tell the lease company. We just tell them, hey, we're not going to renew, and we can just start moving. Which we ain't going to move much. We're going to sell most of our stuff
Yep.
and just move beds and stuff like that. We're not taking a lot of stuff with us. So
I think we talked long enough. That storm's out of here.
yeah, it did. It did. I think we talked long enough so we can go ahead and call it a night too.
Yeah, the sun's even coming out.
Yeah.
It's getting late in the day, but the sun's coming out.
Yeah. Speaking of Buster Bar, Daphne said, sounds like a Buster Bar night. I guess I'm going to go run by and pick her one up. I'm not getting anything because I got blood work to do tomorrow.
That's
so.
right. You don't want them to tell you you're diabetic.
Yeah, I'm not doing that. So,
Oh yeah, that stuff is well to our north.
so I'm gonna go home, I cooked ribeyes the other day. I'm gonna go heat up my ribeye and enjoy that. Take a good hot bath and go to bed.
That sounds like a good plan.
Yep.
I don't know what we're doing for dinner. I'm getting hungry though. It's
Yeah.
7:00 at night.
Yeah.
It's dinner time.
Yeah. If I didn't have that ribeye to cook, I don't want it to go bad. I'd go eat with you guys.
I don't know what we're doing, but it's
Yeah. All right, dude. I think we talked long enough. I think these people are tired of hearing us.
probably so.
Yeah, I think we can call it a night. What do you say we go, Joe?
Yeah, I think let's only go like a few days, and then we'll do another one.
Yeah, because this is an hour and 20 minutes almost.
Because this is Wednesday night. Let's do
Yeah.
one on the weekend.
Okay, sound like a plan. We'll
And
do
then
one.
we'll
do
have
one
some-
Saturday or Sunday.
Yeah,
Whichever one.
we'll have some specific stuff to talk about.
Yeah.
I'm gonna write a list.
Yeah, we need to make a list. Most time we just do this off the fly, but having a list of things helps a little bit.
Yeah.
But we don't do that very often, and we probably should have a list. So, all right, Joe, let's call it a night.
Okay.
All right, folks, thanks for listening, and we really appreciate everybody that's listening. So, good night and adios.
Adios, amigo.
Bye.
Bye bye.
What's going on?